Hey, this is Vishugula, and today I'll be talking about consciousness. Not the mainstream crap, but something different, something unique. Aside from everyone's perspective, and also this will be in stages. By the way, I didn't use any LLM or English is not my first language, so there will be some lingual errors. Now, first, if we talk from the perspective of us humans, something is always happening around us. And our brain's thinking ability gives us the ability to interpret that external experience and associate those external events with us. Like right now, I am speaking, I am talking to this camera, this webcam, so I can associate that this has some purpose for me. Okay, this has some purpose to me, but most of the time we are on autopilot mode. We all know that. For example, imagine you are in a park and experiencing a great moment of nature. The sun is shining marvelously, the birds are chirping, the animals be having intercourse. As soon as you stop for a moment and try to interpret that experience which is happening around you, you will come to know that your brain is giving something to you. You will experience the weather, you will observe the animals and the birds. This is all byproduct of the realization that I can think, I can be conscious of stuff. And then I'll just like it is something else. How to explain this? I'll explain this in the later stages. So keep watching this. Now we can say that consciousness comes from thinking. Consciousness is a byproduct of thinking. No, actually not. Hold up for a moment. What happened was a brief moment of thinking, a brief moment of realization, and a thought came into your mind that, oh shit, I can be conscious. I can be conscious of the stuff. Oh shit, like there is birds there. Oh shit, the animals be having sex. After that, you were not thinking about anything. You actually dissolved into the moment. Like in the moment you started observing around you, you were seeing things as they are and how they made you feel, and the experience was actually directed by your biases, the beliefs you hold in your mind. For example, like you are in a flow, that autopilot mode, and suddenly you think that, oh, I can be conscious, let's submerge into this moment. You think I'm conscious, and then you deep dive into the moment which you are having right now. After this, you will not be thinking, you would be subconsciously understand things according to your passive beliefs, according to the beliefs you actually hold by your past experience of your life. Okay, now we'll move on to the third stage. Thus, we can say that the consciousness is not actually coming from our brain, but it is actually getting filtered by our brain. A reality that can be comprehended by us humans can say that our senses are nerfed, and that things which are actually existing cannot be understood by us. And we cannot even think about it. Because try to think that there is a soul here. Okay, it is not, it cannot be understood by the mainstream people, the mainstream scientific guys. Okay, like there can be a soul around me right now. I cannot sense that soul, but yeah, there have been some mystical things where you can ascend your mind, transcend your mind. I will not give my thoughts on that first. Let's let's stick to this topic. So I will give you a real life example. The visible light to electromagnetic spectrum to total electromagnetic spectrum ratio is around 0.00 and 0035 upon 1. Like we are actually blind to 99.9965 percentage of the total light spectrum. We cannot see that percentage of light. And also we can just hear around 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz of the vibrations. This is insane, to be honest, because there are many things which we cannot understand, we cannot hear, we cannot see, we cannot produce, I think. I don't know, I don't, oh shit. Now if we go on to the fourth stage, we can say that consciousness, this fourth stage is not being linked to others. That So on the fourth stage, I'll say that consciousness comes first, then awareness, then thoughts, and then emotions. This implies that consciousness comes first. Then comes the awareness of being conscious. Like you can be conscious at stages, at things. And when the thoughts come, when if you are being aware, then there will be some thoughts also. The brain is giving us the ability to think when the thoughts are coming. Thoughts are right now including many things. They can be beliefs, they can be our biases, it can be our fear, not fear. I think it can be, oh shit, I'm confused. So these things actually change how we understand reality, how we actually interact with reality. Hence, emotions take birth. Emotions like fear and many things else, many other things, they come at the last. Okay, because if there are some biases in my mind which are already formed by the thoughts, the previous thoughts I was having, this can be like I'm scared of dogs. There's something happened with me. Okay, but for me, if I had a belief that the dogs actually, when they bite me, when they would bite me, I would not be harmed by that bite. For me, that dog, like, how to explain this? This is slightly difficult, but yeah. And also, what I meant by consciousness comes first is that we all are existing in a pool of consciousness. I'll cover about this in later stages. So yeah, the fifth stage, it says that human being is the pinnacle of consciousness. That's why it is said that in many religion, for example Hinduism says that the soul, atma, transmigrates through countless life forms, including plants, animals, humans, in a cycle called sangram. Sorry, in a cycle called samsara, driven by karma, which is actions, over millions of births, often cited as 8.4 million yonis. Yonis are vaginas. So, before potentially reaching a human vagina, human birth, which is considered rare and precious for achieving moksha, liberation through spiritual growth. And this is because our mind are so great. Human's mind is so great. It has many abilities like metacognition, meta awareness, many more related to this relating to this cognition stuff. The sixth stage says that emotions are actually signals from consciousness, because you know the consciousness was the first and the emotions was the last in the four stages. Emotions tell us if we are aligned with the path or not. The path is to kind of reach to that consciousness of ours which we are meant to realize. Like, it is, oh shit, it is hard to form the sentence here. Like, I'll tell you, anxiety as an emotion, it tells, if we talk about spiritual emotions, anxiety is equals to you're off the path, you're getting distracted. And when it's excitement, it says you are aligned with that path, you are aligned with that higher self, of that higher consciousness, of the consciousness you were always meant to realize. This way I can say that psychology is linked with consciousness, and it is true. At the second last stage, consciousness is infinite, but the body limits it. Consciousness is equals to universal field. Body is equals to the container of consciousness with boundaries. Because there is too much for us humans to comprehend. That's why each human feels separate. Cause our senses have created separation. And so does the ego. The ego is the sense of self. But deep down, consciousness is one. We are actually fragments of same field. If we strip off every identity of ours, like name, physical stature, facial features, our intellectual capacity, intellectual traits, our biases, our beliefs, our traumas, our memory. If I actually strip off everything, I am nothing. I will be nothing. Like, I have done this exercise, stripping off everything, the memory, the brain, the traumas, everything. So if I am observing myself, then I am nothing but the observer. I'm not actually existing. This is everything which is an illusion known as Maya in Hinduism. Last stage is that consciousness is actually a field. It is a field existing where which is known as God. Consciousness. God. Consciousness is equals to God. We all are existing in God. This is extremely mystical concept. But yeah, we all are God. We all are same consciousness. And how we get a personal experience of life is because we are bounded in a physical body with our senses, physical senses, and plus ego. The brain is a filtration system. and ego is a sense of self. When these two submerge, the true intelligence passes through you, the true intellect passes through you. Consciousness is existing forever, it's our energy. When we ask the question that how do we exist, why do we exist, the questions are themselves wrong. Actually, the answer is that consciousness is always there. It is a building block for us to exist. We can say that different levels of brains and physical architecture can actually link to the difference in perception of different being of everything else. Like everyone is having different sense, so does will their experience of life. Like if a wooden block is there, this is slightly mythical. So if a wooden block is there and it is right now not having any brain, any sense, so what it actually is flowing through is true consciousness, I can say, or no consciousness at all. So yeah, it is something like I'll iterate, do not worry. This is my second video or something. I have just started, so I have to learn many things. Like this is infinite. The learning, the knowledge out there is infinite. I can learn many things and I fucking love this shit. Like if you are right now, if you watched till end, it is great. Thanks, brother. To be honest, just I'm so grateful to you all. And also one thing that you should be grateful. You should be grateful of every fucking thing in your life. Insane. Bye, brothers.